It's been another week, another glorious week. Some big news, some big things have dropped and happened. Welcome, everybody. This is podcast number 263. We are the Xonebros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox One community. As always, I'm joined by the bros, the Xonebros. First and foremost, he's the man with a Spider-Man cup in front of him.
Oh, yes.
With root beer.
That's my
he is Mr.
favorite.
McSpicy, Mark Haywood.
Hello, how's it going?
No, very good, very good. Jordan is in the house. What's up, Jordan?
Hello.
And last but not least, I am X1. We are the X1Bros. Jordan actually had himself a child this week, so congratulations.
He was bored.
He was bored. He said, I'm bored. Let's have a baby.
Yeah, I beat Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to do.
Might as well just have a child.
Let's have a child. Yes.
Yeah, congratulations,
Yes, congratulations.
Jordan.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yes.
I'm actually secretly chuckling inside because your life now
There's two of them.
will be hectic. One was easy. Two is a little harder.
Yeah, it's tough.
Stuff. Let's jump right into it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was announced. The reveal trailer dropped this week. I want to talk about our thoughts, our opinions, our hype. How do we feel about it? It actually is a reboot, they said, of the 2007 Modern Warfare game. That's not a remake, just a reboot. They're rebooting the series. Jordan.
Yeah, so it's still going to continue on the story, whether it's
So it doesn't.
afterwards,
They even said this is not the same story, the same universe.
It's not like, it's a multiverse kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a different timeline.
Oh, they multiversed it.
They
Okay, yeah, I didn't know
Everybody's
that.
doing that nowadays.
Oh, that's okay.
They multiversed it. So
Did
Jordan,
they snap their fingers in the office or something? Is that?
I don't want to talk about that.
Jordan, I
Bring up
want
a sore subject, man.
to get your thoughts and impressions. What did you think as you saw the trailer? Does this make you excited? Are you happy with their decision? What do you think?
No, I think it's cool. I like the modern combat. One of my I really like Bad Company because it takes place in modern combat, right? I like the Modern Warfare series. What makes me really excited is they're actually using a whole new engine for this game, right? Now,
They needed to.
No, this is what I'm saying. They're always like, oh, yeah, it's an updated engine or new engine, right?
Is it a new engine, though?
No, it's a new engine. It's a brand new engine in 14 years.
Well, because they've said that.
Modern
Warfare 2.
They've updated it. We've done this. We've done this. Yeah, no, this is a new.
They said we built the engine from scratch,
which means they took it all the way. It's the same. Yeah, no, they basically take it all the way down and then rebuild it, right? But this is a full brand new. It's not named yet. So I guess the Black Ops series, since Black Ops 2, so Treyarch.
Sure.
Is that who does Black Ops? Treyarch?
Yeah.
I guess they've been using their own engine for their games, but this is a brand new engine. And yeah, it's been 14 years. They've been using the same engine since Call of Duty 2?
Oh,
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I mean, it was desperate because remember, you'd get these really cool shots. Of that, like, what's the one in space? What was the space Call of Duty? And that one,
Jon
I remember.
Snow.
That one,
Jon Snow.
Call of Duty.
No, yeah, Jon Snow, wasn't he? Remember, he was the bad guy. Yeah.
Well, that one I remember specifically. They would cut from these super cool cut scenes, and then they'd go into gameplay, and you would like see this.
Yeah.
It was jarring. It was like, oh yeah,
Well,
that didn't move correctly.
So obviously, you're gonna have good, better I mean, if you've seen the trailer, that's all in-game footage. Given those are there's some probably gameplay elements in there.
No, they said that this was all at the beginning of the trailer. They say this is all in game.
Yeah, but whether cutscene, you know what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think there was a couple like gameplay sequences, right, from the helicopter and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it does do 4K HDR. It's going to be utilizing ray tracing. That's probably the biggest reason why they built the new engine, right? Because ray tracing is getting more popular and becoming
it's the big new toy in gaming.
It's the new 4K. You remember when 4K first came out, and it's kind of slowly built up. But anyway, so that's really cool. And then the other thing I heard was no season pass.
No DLC. No paid DLC. No season pass, no paid DLC. Now, why do you think they made that move? Is that something that's just the way that it goes? Because, you've got these huge games with so much free content. I mean, the whole game is free, basically.
I don't know. I think they may have a model behind this to pay for that.
Sure.
I think
skins and
they'll probably have loot boxes.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, if they haven't announced any battle royale, so we don't know if there's any battle royale. But if they announce anything like that, that's a game's moneymaker right now, right? That's how they're making money. So I don't know. I think maybe they have something that we don't know about where they're going to make the difference.
Okay.
Instead of paying for that kind of stuff, right?
So pass. Very good.
Also, I'm assuming because that's
also co-op campaign.
Single player campaign and co-op campaign is coming back, and that's basically what they were showing off here. Jordan, after watching this trailer, after watching the Call of Duty Modern Warfare trailer, were you hyped for this game?
Yeah, because I just like the setting. It's kind of Well, I think we've talked about it before. It goes in phases, right? I feel like I'm kind of done with the World War I, World War II era. I'm kind of done with the future era. It'd be nice to come back.
Yeah.
Modern. Well, I think modern's cool because it's more, you can connect with it more. I get. Does that make sense? Not that I'm, I'm not in the military, and I, you know what I mean.
Sure.
But
the story resonates.
Yeah, because it's set in the modern world, real life events, right?
Yeah.
Now there are we did hear that there are going to be sequences, just like the previous Modern Warfares, where you have the choice to skip at the beginning of the game.
Oh,
like
so
airport
intense,
and stuff like that. Oh yeah,
intense, bloody, heart-wrenching sequences.
Yeah, to kind of
like
tell their
that.
story and get their point across, right?
Yeah, I really.
I assume at the beginning you'll have the choice to skip again, just
Yeah.
like before. But they were saying that it is a mature. I don't
Game.
want. They don't. I don't want to use the word gory, but they kind of alluded to like it's.
Well,
it's
here's
going to be a
the
mature
thing for
game.
me. I'm not even.
This is not your kid's Call of Duty.
And I'm saving
Yeah.
Spicy for last because he's a Call of Duty guy.
Yeah.
Or a recovering Call of Duty guy.
recovering
He's
Call
a
of Duty guy.
recovering COD addict. This had me hyped. Like love. They nail the story all the time, but this just looked better than they've done in recent years. Like it drew me in. It's super gritty, like you said. I didn't actually know it was a new engine necessarily, but I can tell now. Like it just looks so good.
Yeah.
But they have that Michael Bay aspect to it, right? Like it's like a movie.
Well,
like, it's so intense.
My favorite part, and they did this in one of the Call of Duties. You'll have to remind me if it was one or two. But my favorite part of the trailer is when the helicopter is going across the building and you're looking down from like the soldier's perspective. You remember it was either one or two when you're flying the helicopters onto the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a cool sequence.
Yeah,
so.
they do such a good job. Okay, Mr. McSpicy now. The recovering Call of Duty addict.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on going back to Modern Warfare? What do you think? Does
Modern
this
Warfare.
do it for you?
Modern Warfare was because this is a campaign trailer, right? Mm-hmm. Modern Warfare is like the only Call of Duties where I would play the campaigns.
Yeah.
Unless I'm forced to play zombies, which I had to do with World at War before, right? Captain Price. They show him right off in the early part of the trailer. He's such a cool guy.
His facial hair tells the whole story.
Oh, yeah. You look at his mustache, his handlebars, and all that stuff. What's so great? So the trailer, it shows this like this forest scene, and it shows these ghost soldiers slowly. Which Ghost is another? I hope Ghost is in this game.
Hey, yeah, he is another character. Yeah.
So I hope we have Soap. I hope we have all the guys. That,
Soap. You were Soap.
Yeah. So and you were Captain. Weren't you Captain Price in one of the?
Well, because in
the early ones,
because
he flashback, because you flashback
the sniper level.
The sniper level,
Price,
right? Yeah. So there's a sequence. Everyone watching live is watching it right now, where these people just slowly come out of the shadows of the forest, right? And you're like, ooh, and you're like, dude, this game looks good. This, I'm surprised. This game looks. This is not the Call of Duty engine I'm used to.
Deliberate and slow.
and then everybody's being sneaky, and Captain Price comes out with a cigar, and he totally just like everyone's he doesn't need to be sneaky.
Dude, look at that stash though.
Yeah, it's so cool. I'm really excited to play the campaign because I really like the campaign. Captain Price was a cool character to play with, to play as, and he's funny, he's harsh, he's everything you like in a good character, right? So, and it was the Modern Warfare game is easily, in my opinion, the best one out of all of them. Call of Duty 4. I hope that it comes close to that. I'm excited because this trailer looks really good. If the multiplayer isn't screwed up, which they've done it many, many times, if they don't make it so I can see my death in the kill cam of the person I just killed, kind of a deal.
Yeah.
I am very tempted to get into
jump into this.
Yeah, it looks very good.
Well,
it looks very good.
It is Infinity Ward doing this one, which bodes well for the Call of Duty series. I'll tell you the part that I like is the sequences that they show off where you're entering houses and you're going in with your team.
Yeah.
That's very Rainbow Six. It's very intense. It looks
the
camera
camera
so
angles
cool.
from their helmet.
It looks so good. It also looks like they're like a compound where you're going in to kill Osama bin Laden or something. You know what I mean?
Which I think we all need.
We all need.
You're having a hard. I'll tell you what. You're having a hard day. Maybe your wife.
You're at work and your coworkers just pissing you off.
Your wife yells at you. Your dog doesn't respect you. You come home, you fire up Call of Duty, and you kill Osama bin Laden. Life is good.
Yeah,
life is good.
Saving the world.
Saving the world. Yeah.
And another big one, October 25th this year.
October 25th is the release date.
The release date.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Usually they do November release date. Well, I guess it kind of varies between them, but October this year. So.
Yeah. If you've not seen the trailer, head over to YouTube. Just type in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's looking good. The reboot, though, we like the idea of a reboot. Just calling it Modern Warfare, or you think it should be Modern Warfare? What one?
If they went in sequential order, it would be 4.
4?
Well, Modern Warfare 4
is
do
what
you
it
like
would
that?
be.
Yes, yeah.
Do you like the
Call
idea
of
of a
Duty-
reboot, just starting from scratch?
Call of Duty 4B.
4B.
Or, Multiverse 13296.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever.
But do you like the idea of just let's just start over? Let's scrap it. Let's act like
Well,
there
I
was
mean, it's
nothing else.
the original one was a great story.
Yeah. As long as they keep the characters kind of the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
well,
I liked...
personality-wise,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Because, I really like Captain Price. I thought he was a really cool character. And, no spoilers. Try not to do the spoilers. There's a scene where he tosses you a handgun at a very pivotal point, and you're just
I remember that part.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
He throws you. It's so good. It's so good. They do really good with their campaigns, or they used to. So I'm hoping that it will work on this. So yeah, I'm very hopeful. I'm excited.
That's exciting. That is exciting. It looks good. It got me hyped. Let's move on. Last week we talked a little bit about it. We gave my really it was my first impressions because I had jumped in, but Dauntless. We talked a little bit about Dauntless. We have dove in, all three of us. We jumped in the deep end, and we've been playing it a lot. Let's get our full review on Dauntless. I want to start with McSpicy down at the end. Spicy, you've had a week to play.
Yeah.
You're in. Actually, how far? You're pretty far.
I'm level 19 or 20
Very nice. Okay, very good.
Yeah. So I don't know how far do we know?
I have no idea what the level cap is or
It's
even
probably
what
higher,
end game
'cause-
is, but all I know is I'm enjoying it. But what do you like about it? What do you dislike? What has hooked you? Because you're clearly hooked. You're playing all the time.
You're level 19?
You even appeared offline for this game, which when he appears offline, he's serious.
Well,
he doesn't want to be disturbed.
Here's the deal with some of the times when I appear offline, it's like 11:30 at night. My wife's asleep. And when I play with friends and, people that listen to the show and everything, I feel like I'm obligated to talk.
Oh, sure.
And if I can't talk, I just turn off the offline mode because I don't want to, people are nice and
You don't want to offend people.
I don't want to just not talk, right? So I appear offline sometimes. This is one of those games because I had a busy week, so I could only play. I've been playing at night, from 11:30 to 1 at night, right?
Okay,
something like that every night. I really really like this game a lot. They do a lot of great things in this game. They do things that are confusing at first that I initially had an issue with, and Jordan definitely had an issue with. I don't know if he's over some of the issues, like with inventory and stuff like that. But
where you don't get to see anything you pick up or anything you farm. Also, you don't get to see even your daily death marks.
Sometimes.
Well, I think that's broken.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, sometimes you can't see, and I don't think those are important to the game. Those are just there to do
That's
something
like
while you're loading a screen. Right, you're loading the game. So the inventory, Jordan had this concern, and I was kind of miffed about it at first, where it doesn't show you. There's nowhere to see your inventory. You can't see your inventory anywhere. And that's frustrating in a game where inventory allows you to craft.
Sure.
But once you figure out how it's doing it, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm fine with it. If you go to someone who you want to craft something, like let's say you want to craft a new part for your pistol.
Yeah. Let's say I want a new Ember Main sword.
Okay, let's say you want that. If you go to that blacksmith and look at that Embermane sword, it tells you
the parts
what
that
it
you
is.
need.
Yeah, I was always under the impression that I couldn't know the names. There's a logo at the bottom.
Sure.
But if you look at the dialogue, it tells you what it is that you need, exactly what it is you need. And every part the name is similar to whatever the monster is that you need to kill.
Sure.
So it's there.
And you can see how many, for instance, like if I need fire orbs, I can see I have 25. It's going to cost me 8 to make this. So that's kind of inventory check right there.
Yeah, fire orbs are easy because you get those just by doing patrols.
Yeah,
those are easy. But with the specific parts for
Like a
things,
claw.
I used to just see the picture. It was like a leaf, and I'm like, what's that? What is that? Well, how do I get that? What do I get? Let me at least put my icon over it so I can see what it is. It does tell you. You just don't look there. Don't look at the picture.
Off to the right.
Look to the right, and it'll tell you what it is and basically where you can get it. Right.
Yeah.
So that's
and
okay.
like you said, the name of your equipment will correspond with the monster that you get those parts from.
From what I understand, they used to have an actual inventory system.
Yeah, it was in the beta.
It was in the and they removed it, and you have unlimited spaces in your inventory, so it's
you really
not
don't
that
need
big
it.
of a deal.
Yeah, you really don't need it because you're not salvaging those parts because you're always going to use those parts. The only thing that you can salvage is your cells, which you do have kind of the same kind of inventory. You can see all your cells when you go to the middleman, but that's the only part you can salvage anyway. So you really don't need an inventory if there's no salvaging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, no, but overall, I really like this game. I love the Monster Hunter style game.
Yeah.
You armor up, get your weapon you want. You go out, you kill a monster that's difficult. You figure out how its movesets. You come back now that you just harvested all the parts. You make more armor. You make better weapons. You go do that again, etc., etc. You play with friends. It's 4-player, right? Or you play with randoms. Same, whatever. I have found that there's a lot of people learning the game. I do get annoyed when people go down and they immediately use your rev. Your shot. You have 3 all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever you enter a map.
Per team, not per person.
No, it's
right?
per person.
Oh, per person.
But I get it at a certain point in the fight. If it's a really tough monster, there's a rage meter at the top right. If you hit 100%, you can no longer be revived by your teammates.
You have to use your shots.
You have to rely on your shots.
Save those.
Correct. Everybody that I have played with that I have
Uses
lost
them
the
right
boss.
off the bat.
They just use them right off the bat, and I'm standing right next to them. I could have just revived them, right? So there's a learning stage in the initial part that I'm still at. I'm level 19. I'm still getting those players, right? They'll learn. No big deal. Excuse me, but I really like this game. I like the cell system where you can augment your weapons to do certain specific. You can make a build of whatever type class that you want to have.
With every weapon.
Any armor set, you can insert. It's basically like the Diablo gems.
Yep.
You have a socket in weapons or an armor, and then you can put these, they're called cells. You can put them in there, and it gives you a buff. They have a way to increase the value of those said buffs, those cells. And you can chart. Basically, you do the laundry with them. I don't know how else you put them in the laundry hamper or whatever, and then it wishy-washes them into.
Which
better
I've gotten
ones.
some pretty good ones from that.
Yeah,
some really good ones from that. Also, on top of that, you have mods.
Yes, and they don't. Those are more rare. You have to get those by doing your quests,
and those only apply to certain types of. Like one mod can only go to certain kind of weapons.
Yes. I like a game where you build out a character how you want it. You learn your play styles. You have to work for your gear. It's touches me in all the right places.
Ooh,
I really like this game.
Yeah.
It's free. They Fortnited it with the battle pass. I don't think the battle pass at this point is very good because you just get certain. It's not like Fortnite battle pass
flares.
Yeah.
So in the flare, because I was like, oh, now I got the ninja flare. I was really excited for it.
You don't really see.
You don't see it. No one sees it, so it doesn't matter. Like they need to lower that so that you see it better.
Or just give you more skins or something because the in-game items like grenades and stuff. I don't want that in a battle pass.
How about when I get a bag of mushrooms?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I don't want mushrooms.
Your walnuts or whatever they're called, stalwarts.
With the skins, is there a permanent transmog to just the slot?
What do you mean?
No.
So for example,
there's no permanent transmog.
That's the problem with the skins, I think. So the skins are cool, and I have a couple cool ones because we got the special edition or whatever.
Yeah.
But the problem is I'm fighting this monster. Okay, switch to my fire armor. My whole transmog goes away.
No.
You can
switch
do that
your
per
transmog.
It's per item.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's per item. That's what I was. Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
okay. So
I
never
know
mind.
what I do
because I wasn't sure.
I have a ninja outfit. I really like. I think
I use it all the time.
Yeah.
I have a ninja outfit, and I change the color to whatever it is.
So it's
if
per slot.
Fire armor, I make
Red.
it red. If it's air armor, I make it light blue.
I'm neutral. I stay yellow.
You say yellow?
I stay yellow. Neutral.
For
neutral.
For neutral, yeah. For whatever it is, for earth, I put it green for earth armor, right?
So it is.
It's like a Fire Nation.
It's per slot. You can change your armor, but that's what I was asking.
It'll
Your transmog
remember
will
its
stay there.
settings.
Okay, cool.
If you transmog any armor piece, it will remember that specific armor piece.
Okay, cool.
Till you transmog and die again.
Then they did the skins right. I like that.
And you can always just revert, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
Also, having said that, it's the other part that I like is when you mod or use cells to adjust and change your weapons or your armor. It's not permanent there. So if you have one cell, one really rare cell, let's say, that you really like on this weapon, but you need to play with your battle axe. It was on your sword. You need to play with your battle axe. You can put it on your battle axe. You can take it off and put it on there like right before you jump into the match. It's not permanent. You don't waste it. So you don't have to. It takes away the stress of, am I building this correctly?
Yeah,
because you can always.
It used to cost
around.
money to change all those things. Like the previous builds of the game.
Did it really?
It used to be permanent, and then they made it cost money. But on this version,
this is much better. This is the best way to do it.
It makes it so people
to do it.
don't have. It's a stress-free life.
So McSpicy really likes it. Jordan, how about
really
you?
like it.
I like it too. So I mean, I think it's a good game. It's a little.
You don't sound as impressed.
No, I do like. I haven't
disappointed.
gotten to play as much as Mark. Right?
He had a baby this week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
So no, it's fun. I haven't actually really had to sit in the queue lines too much. I think that's kind of
queue
under
lines
control.
are gone.
Yeah, it's kind of under control, right? The lag has kind of gone down, which is probably due to the queue lines being gone,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
You know, which will let us. And no, the only real issue, and I wouldn't call it an issue because when I was talking to you about it, I was like, it's okay that they don't have it. I like the inventory, and the only reason, I mean,
You like it for to look and.
well,
say,
like for
"Look how
example,
much
like if I was
have."
in a world and I collected 10 mushrooms, I'd like to be able to pull up that before we fight the boss, especially on patrols, right?
Sure.
Pull up your inventory before we fight the boss, see how many I need. You know what I mean? But I mean, you're right. It doesn't. You can see them.
It ultimately doesn't matter.
Yeah. I like having the B button for bag.
That's a cosmetic thing that you want.
No, other than that, I think it's really good. If anything, I would say it's a little bit more streamlined than Monster Hunter.
Oh, it's much
because
more, it's completely streamlined Monster Hunter.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I really like Monster Hunter, and I think Monster Hunter is a lot of fun. But it really is monster, fight monster, upgrade, fight monster,
fight
upgrade,
monster,
you know
beat
what I mean?
monster, upgrade armor.
Don't
I
forget
have,
craft your buffs.
Oh, craft
and
your
then
buffs.
later on, when you hit the harder monsters, you need those buffs.
Yeah. So no, I'm not as far as you. I think I'm level 7.
Oh, you're the
like that,
lowest.
yeah,
Jordan's
so.
the lowest for once
What
out
a
of all of
noob.
us. So play games when
I
Jordan has
have
babies.
been,
If you want to be
I
ahead
have
of me.
been every night logging in and collecting the darts, getting my 10 darts.
the death
Death
marks.
darts. Yeah, because you get the hunt pass.
Yep.
Every time you collect a dart, you get so many little.
I thought you said hump pass.
That is what he said.
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking
The
about.
hump pass.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. You know,
You don't get those?
I must be playing the wrong game.
you know the
You're going
whatever
to the wrong websites.
the
Dang
white.
it.
I don't know what it's called. The white rock currency for the hunt pass. It's just like a little white rock.
White rock.
No, and then
It's heart seekers. They're called heart seekers.
they look like a little white rock.
There is a lot of currencies in this game.
There is a lot of currencies. Those are called heart seekers. So
Okay.
the hunt pass is heart seekers.
Yeah, so you get so many hunt
You get
seekers
those, and then you get
per
them
dart.
randomly as you fight monsters. They'll drop randomly.
Yeah.
Or
And then, of
behemoths.
course,
Sorry,
challenges
these are not
and stuff
monsters.
like
These are behemoths. Which I find the flaming behemoths the hardest.
You haven't played the electricity behemoths yet.
Oh, I have.
The reason I think those ones are the hardest is they make it so you cannot use your items. So if you, that's the ones that we fail the most.
Yeah. Let me rephrase.
Because people die so fast.
The agile behemoths are the hardest. Also,
Well,
I don't
because you're
like
using a hammer. Change
also,
your weapon.
I don't like. No, when I change the sword, it does go better. But I love the hammer.
You can't. I know the hammer's
love the
awesome,
hammer.
but they specifically made different weapon types.
What weapon
to
I
fight
hate? You want to know what
different
weapon I hate?
weapons.
The repeaters. I hate the repeaters.
Upgrade it.
I hate the repeaters.
There's I think it's a is it a challenge?
I like 'em.
Oh no, there's a quest.
Normally, I like the support class, but I don't know. The repeaters just don't do it for me.
No, so the repeaters are great for the agile monsters.
Yeah, that's true.
So the fact that you
I've been playing all wrong on the agile.
the fact
monsters.
that you dislike the agile monsters and hate the repeaters.
No, but
makes sense.
I switched to sword. I also want the double axes too. I haven't played with those too much, but
Axe is fun. I think all the weapons are fun.
Yeah.
And they really did a good job at making you learn.
what each one does.
Yeah, because if you have an agile monster and you have the hammer, you're not going to do any
Well,
damage.
you still need a hammer in your group though.
No,
for
not on
that.
an agile. No, you
For stun on an agile
use
monster.
the
like,
axe or something faster.
on an agile hunter, 2 hits will stun one. Like you just got to
but
get 2 hits.
you never can hit him.
Oh, I get hits.
Yeah,
because
you
here's,
hit him like
here's
5
where
times.
here's where
You hit
I
him
don't
like-
like the repeater, but having a repeater. So Beast 420 played with me the other morning, and he's upgraded his repeaters and is really good at playing the support class actually. And he drops the orb that speeds your character up. So I would always pick that up and boom, run over there, smack him with my axe, stun him. We killed him in no time
Hammer.
with the hammer, baby. The hammer.
I don't think the hammer's good at all against agile monsters.
It is when you get speeded up
Because
by
you get
your
like the
repeater
axe.
friend.
The axe is a little bit faster and still does the stun damage.
Yeah.
And it does actually sharp damage too. It's kind of a hybrid. And then you have the faster, like the repeaters. Here's the deal with like the agile electricity guys. Those are the hardest because they shock you, and then so you can't heal, and then they shock you again and you're dead. It's hard to get close to them because of that reason. And the hammer, they're just too fast. You'll never get a hit in.
Well, and then you gotta see. I'm at the. Yeah, then what they do well is they play this game with you when you're on patrols. So in order for me to fight, so for instance, let's just take the first two. In order for me to do well against the fire behemoths, right, the flaming ones, you have got to have the advantage of frost armor. But you can't level up your frost armor unless you get the orbs from fighting the frost
they did
ones.
a good job at
really
at
good.
balancing it out.
It's this like give and take that they did really well.
Yeah.
And you can't get the frost armor unless you have the flame armor that gives you the advantage to fight those. And so it's really cool. It's a carrot on a stick that never ends. And it's beautiful.
I love chat's conversation right now. We have Todd Stevens. What's happening? We are talking about a game that sounds very complicated.
It's really not. It's super.
Yeah. And then it says it is, but it's less complicated than a game that's copied.
That's more complicated.
That's really funny. That's really funny.
Oh, no. So anyways.
Dauntless. We're talking about the game Dauntless.
We all highly recommend it.
It's free to play.
It's super good. It is free to play. So download it. Check it out. Maybe it's not your cup of tea. It is a very specific genre. So it might not be your cup of tea. If you like 3D Diablo, this might be up your alley.
It's so I can tell that it sounds complicated, but it really isn't.
They do a good job of guiding you through it.
It's just if you're fighting a fire monster, have ice armor, or no, have fire armor.
Have fire armor.
And have an ice weapon.
And then terra and electricity.
Correct. They're just you have
They're
elements that are polar
they're
opposites
counters of each other. And when in doubt, do what I did. First thing, just level up all your neutral armor so you can fight anybody.
Yeah. And that one's the easiest one to do. That just requires neutral
orbs.
Yeah.
You get those all the time.
You get those from all the people.
It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's a really fun game.
So we have to ask this question
before
we move on from Dauntless. Dauntless versus Monster Hunter World. For you, which one is better? I'll start with McSpicy.
I would say Monster Hunter.
Really?
Yeah, I would say Monster Hunter.
Just more in depth. There's more to do. It's more detailed. It's grittier. What puts it over the top for you?
The monsters in Monster Hunter are more difficult. It requires more training. It requires there's a lot of skill checks as you progress in the game. The hits are heavier. It's more like Dark Souls. I would say Monster Hunter is like a Fortnite-ed version of Dark Souls. It sounds stupid, but Monster Hunter is like took what I liked about Dark Souls and then added crack, kind of like Monster Hunter World. I think it's a better game as far as for me. I like more difficult games. This is meant for a much wider audience. Dauntless is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I like boss fights, and that's all Monster Hunter is boss fights. All Dauntless is boss fights. They even removed all like the little animals,
the little creatures that you could kill and harvest.
Yeah, and harvest and all that stuff. It's literally you go hit that sign and go fight a monster, come back
and do it all over again.
Go fight a monster and then upgrade it while you just do it while you're loading.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So I think Monster Hunter is just more to me because of its skill level requirement and the pacing and how they do it. However, I like boss fights, and Dauntless is a boss fight game, and you gear up and you can make builds.
Yeah, and that is addicting.
It's really good. So,
Jordan, how about you? Monster Hunter World versus Dauntless. Who does it for you? What does it for you?
I think I'm in the same boat. Monster Hunter World.
Okay. So for what reason? Same reasons, or
yeah, probably the complexity. There's more you have to worry about. It's more. I think Monster Hunter. Well, I don't know. I can't say. Would you say Monster Hunter?
Also, Monster Hunter cost us $60.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's free.
I mean, there's a story involved, right? But I mean, all that aside, would you say, because Dauntless is pretty min-maxy, but I feel like
totally is,
Monster Hunter might have a little bit more min-max?
I would agree.
Because you add your food element, well, I mean, just different weapons add different things, like the bow, it all depends on the ammunition you have, you know what I mean?
It's definitely more complicated, and you have to cook the right fish.
Yeah.
you know?
With the right cats.
With the right cats.
Yeah. So, but no, I think I like Monster Hunter because it's
and Monster
it's more in depth. Yeah, it's more in depth.
See,
I think that's to Dauntless's advantage, like Mark was saying.
I actually prefer Dauntless because I like just getting in and out. That's the story of my life. You get in, you get out.
I've heard.
Take care of business, and
so you like the hump currency.
Enjoy yourself. That's why the Heartseeker hump currency does it for me.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of it. And I spend it all the time. No, I actually prefer it. I think it removes... The thing that I didn't like at first in Dauntless is I was like, why can't I wander the world and farm? Like, because I really enjoyed that in Monster Hunter World. And as you wander the world in Monster Hunter, you come across new bosses or new animals that you could kill, stuff like that, which is really this really cool like explore and discovery thing. But the longer I've played Dauntless, I think I prefer just throw me in, fight the beast, and get out. And you still farm. Like now I farm right before, on your way, I pick up everything that I need to pick up. I know what I need to get. I'm really excited to get to end game in this and sink my teeth in and stuff like that. But I think this suits me because it takes out all the fluff. And the one thing that was a turnoff in Monster Hunter for me, which is cool, it is cool, but it takes a lot of research to learn the builds. This, I don't feel like I have to spend hours and hours researching.
You're not late game yet.
To learn the builds.
By then, though, the late game is the build game.
Sure.
And by then, you'll know very specific things.
What I want to build and stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, I think the streamline works for someone like me. I actually prefer... I mean, both fantastic games, don't get me wrong. And Monster Hunter World's a AAA game. Does the formula great. Just this formula, the streamlined formula, I think I prefer myself. Dauntless.
Yeah, it's good.
There you go. If you haven't checked out Dauntless, go check it out. Oh, my goodness. Let's get to the news. Let's get this show on the road, baby. Jordan, tell us what is happening in the world that is Xbox One this week.
Well, there was the Call of Duty trailer that we already talked about. Oh, I forgot to mention this, which is in the news. They are supporting crossplay.
Well, yeah. Oh, can we talk about that on Dauntless? Hardy, hold on. Have you ever seen... So, Dauntless, crossplay. They say they have crossplay amongst all the platforms. I've never seen a PlayStation person in my group. Only PC, Xbox, and then I was talking, and PlayStation people have only... that were watching the stream, have only seen PC people. I think it's only crossplay between PC and the console you're on. I don't think it's crossplay between consoles.
That makes sense.
I've only seen PC and Xbox logos.
Yeah.
I think you can, but you have to... do it with a friend. This is me speculating because
I've seen screenshots of like Xbox, PlayStation, but I mean screenshots.
I think you have to play with. You have to join the game through your Epic account, and you have to have a friend on PlayStation through the Epic account. That's what I'm speculating. That's my speculation. I don't think.
Maybe we'll see a Nintendo Switch logo one of these days.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Call of Duty's coming out on the Switch, right? I thought it was.
Maybe. Yeah,
I think it is.
They built a new engine. They might have thrown the Switch in there.
The Switch engine.
Which makes... I guess they've released other Call of Duties on the Nintendo platform.
It's a Switch-approved engine.
Yeah, Switch-approved engine.
Yeah.
So anyway, crossplay. When I first heard crossplay, I was like, oh, like it... I mean, they'll probably do it the same way like Fortnite does it, right? Like in Monster Hunter World, it doesn't matter because there's no competitive, but multiplayer in Call of Duty is like twitchy shooter, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be advantages.
So PC has, they'll have like a true crossplay competitive console.
Well, yeah,
console
and I think they'll probably do what, I think they'll probably do what like Fortnite does. You can choose your input.
It defaults at not doing it, but you can add filter that says yes, I want to play with PC gamers.
No, where the crossplay would come in handy is like co-op campaign. If you got a friend on the PC, you play on the console or whatever, that'd be pretty cool. So anyway, Crackdown 3 free updates. So they have
there's no Switch port for COD. Okay, there was another game that they were releasing on the Switch. Then thank you, chat. Thank you for keeping me honest. Sorry.
So Crackdown 3 coming out with new free content. The first one is Keys to the City, which basically. I don't necessarily want to call it modding, but it essentially lets you do whatever you want. You can have upgraded characters fully. You can build stuff. People were building like in the trailer they were showing like a bunch of gas cans and they blow them up because I mean that's actually what I would do first. It really is. I'd stack a bunch of explosive cans and then shoot it. They're throwing out oversized beach balls.
Oh,
like it's basically just a big. I don't want to say mod, but big like it's a playground, right? It's a sandbox playground, right? You can do whatever you want in it, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The next is multiplayer. They're doing some stuff in Wrecking Zone. Basically, a lot of new skins and stuff like that. It kind of sounded almost like a battle pass type thing, but we'll see when it comes out. So, but pretty cool.
That is cool. I like it.
So anyway, also Hunt Showdown. This game is cool. I think we might have to try this one out. So, Hunt Showdown is basically, I don't even know how to explain
Monster
it. Like,
Hunter?
Yeah, but with PvP.
So, like Evolve?
Kind of.
Okay, I'm going to read what it says here. It says, Hunt Showdown is a first-person shooter that focuses on slaying monsters.
So imagine a battle royale where teams are dropped in, and your objective is to slay the monster, get the loot, go back, do this. So that part, same process. Slay the monster, get the loot, upgrade your character, do cool things, right?
Yeah.
Now, within that world where you're hunting whatever monster you want to hunt, there's other teams of players that can kill you.
Wait, what? Say that again.
So you get dropped in the world.
Sure.
You're like, hey, let's go north. I hear a monster.
Yeah.
David drops in the world and goes, hey, let's go north. I heard Mark was over there. And then he comes over and he shoots you as you're trying to kill that monster. Like, there's a PvP element within it.
Oh, okay.
So, and I've seen
it's a
people...
game that'll piss me off.
Yeah, I've seen people play it and, like, people get stressed. But I think it's like the high...
Game that would piss me
yeah,
off.
no, but I think it's
you
like...
saw me play PvP in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
You know.
But I think it's
how mad that makes
that
me.
high stress that it's like, well, this like it's intense.
It's the high
It's very
stress, high
intense.
reward.
Yeah, it's very intense. It looked, and I don't know if you want. I can't remember if it's like if you lose a character like Escape from Tarkov, you lose what you have type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've added that in there as well, but it's I want to say they have, but I don't know. But anyway,
That would be. I would like that actually. And then I'd be mad. I'd be mad.
There you go. Imagine Escape from Tarkov, but you're hunting monsters.
I like that. Sounds like a good formula.
Yeah.
When you say that game, I like it.
Yeah. Instead of players, you're hunting monsters, but the players are still there to kill you, right? Anyway, and the graphics, it's on the Crytek engine, so it looks really pretty, right?
Yeah.
It's in-game preview right now for $30, but I want to try. I've been seeing people play it on the... It's full release. Is it full release on the PC? I don't know. It might be early access on the PC as well, but...
Great. One of those.
Anyway, I've been seeing people play it. It looks fun.
You
I
get
kind
me
of
all-
want to...
You
I
get me
kind
all
of want to
excited.
give it a... I want to give it a whirl.
When is it out now?
Yeah, on game preview.
Game preview.
So look at it first, because I think this game is an acquired taste game.
Yeah.
But I think it looks pretty fun. I do want to kind of give it... Yeah, it is full release on the PC. I was right.
So
they confirmed I was right.
So it's still like beta on the Xbox, but full release on PC?
Yeah.
That makes zero sense in my brain.
Neither did Fortnite, but they did it too.
Yeah, but Fortnite did it to make money.
Well,
Darth Maul.
Okay, fair enough.
Ronan in chat says, was watching Stupendous play it last night. Looked fun with the team. And Darth Maul says it's an awesome game, but very stressful and also has some horror as well.
because monsters are scary.
Very stressful.
Yeah.
Also horror.
And Tarkov is really stressful, too.
Yeah.
I like Tarkov. That would be cool if you lose all your gear.
So, and yeah, maybe someone in chat, when you die, I think you lose all your gear, but I may be wrong. I may be thinking of Escape from Tarkov.
I'm interested now.
So anyway, I think it's a cool looking game. I do want to give it a try on the Xbox. Look into it before you buy it, though. Because I think it is an acquired taste game. Moving on, we're actually going to talk about the PC. Cool thing that Microsoft did. They're coming out, so you know Xbox Game Pass. They're coming out with Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Oh,
okay,
there you go.
yeah,
Which is
makes
pretty
sense.
cool. They haven't really talked about... They talked about developers. There's Devolver Digital, which I know you know.
I
There's,
like Devolver Digital a lot.
Sega, Paradox Interactive.
Boom,
which I
there
know
we
you
go.
like, yeah. Xbox Game Studios, of course, and then you got Bethesda, and I think it's Deep Silver is on the kind of the ones they showed off, but it's Xbox Game Pass coming to the PC.
Oh.
What's interesting is in the article they talked about we know basically they want to bring this platform to PC players because they want, people to play games.
Yeah.
They did talk about we understand that people like to play from Steam, people like to play from Origin, people like to play from the Microsoft Store, right? So they were talking about they're not going to take that away from you by having Game Pass. So I'm really interested to see how
they do
it integrates and how it works.
That's-
I wonder if maybe they just give you codes. Anyway, it's
Actually, What examples people like? I don't think people like to play from anywhere other than Steam.
Well, I'm just trying to make things.
People like to choose a Microsoft store.
I mean,
actually, to be honest with you,
Epic is making big
if
splashes.
our website's secure, I can say this.
Yeah.
I think Epic is doing awesome things
No, they
to
are.
Steam.
Yeah.
Epic is
Yeah.
crushing it.
I think they're making Steam, like they went up to Steam and said, hey, man, you're not the big kid on campus anymore.
I think what happens is they tried to work with Steam on something, and Steam must have pissed them off. And they were like, you know what? How much money do we have? Okay,
what did Fortnite bring in this month?
How much money do you? Yeah.
Let's make our own browser. Let's crush these guys. Like that's what it seems like. They're being so aggressive.
Well, my favorite was when
they're poaching games
when
like
Steam-
on the week before release.
My favorite was when Steam was like, yeah, that was kind of a dick move, Epic. And they're like,
What do you? Yeah, what can you do? What are you gonna do?
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again.
Yep.
Yeah, Epic is that's so.
Uh,
Well, and they're giving away free games. I mean, good free games too. They've had some decent ones.
Well, the most important, and yes, it's a dick move and stuff, but more importantly, they're giving developers more money. That's why developers are moving.
Yeah, that's
is
why they're
because they're
moving.
giving a
And
better
that's why
cut,
they're doing the deals.
which makes it better for consumers in the long run because they have more money to make better things, better games, better etc.
Which again is exactly what happened. Is exactly how Sega Genesis became dominant. Because Nintendo had pissed off developers, Sega came in and said, "Hey guys, we're here. Come work with us. We'll
Talking
be
about the
better
PlayStation?
too." No, sorry, the OG Nintendo, the NES versus Sega Genesis.
Because Sega they lost the battle.
No,
I don't know
but
if you knew that.
But after the Nintendo, Sega,
I saw that documentary.
Sega crushed it. All the coolest games were on Sega
Yeah,
before
yeah.
the Super Nintendo. You know what I mean? And because Nintendo messed up, they weren't treating developers right.
That's how the PlayStation was kind of made too. Like there's a certain formula here. Yeah, that's I mean
Treat
these
your
are like
developers right.
these are either villain or superhero origin stories that we're talking about.
This is true. Now let me ask you this: with the Game Pass on PC, if I have Game Pass on the Xbox, does it carry over? Like, if I have one on one, do I also have the Game Pass on the other, or do I have to buy two separate?
I'm
Game
not too
Passes
sure.
I'll bet you this is how I think they're going to do it. I'll bet you you can attach your Microsoft account
Sure.
to whatever. You already can do that to Discord. You already can do that to a lot of things.
That's true.
If you have your
you'll attach it to
Microsoft
Steam?
attached to Steam, then that appears in your library. Like all the games appear in your library.
Oh, okay.
It seems like it's going to be a simple
Something
move.
like that.
Yeah, it's probably complicated code-wise, but that's how things like that have happened. I mean, even Mixer,
That's cool.
We have our
Dude, Microsoft is doing such a good job of pushing the value for gamers forward. Unlike anyone else, they really are kind of leading the way here.
yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to find where they were talking about Steam and stuff like that. But anyway.
Who's they?
Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, they did talk about, basically... Well, actually, here it is. And we're working to enable more choice in which store you can find our Xbox Game Studio title. And they talk, anyway. So it'll be interesting. We're going to hear more about it at E3. They did say that. So anyway, I think it's just cool coming, right? More games.
That's good.
So.
That's good.
All right, games with gold for June. Do you know what they are?
What?
They're NHL 19 is one
Boom,
of them.
and NHL 19. There we go. Dude, the NHL series, if any sports fans that just like playing sports games, NHL 19
Yeah, I
is
hear it's
one
like
of the
one of the
best.
funnest ones, yeah.
Well, not just 19. The NHL series as a whole. It's hockey. You can't really mess up hockey, and they haven't. So it's a super fun game.
You also got Rivals of Ether.
Rivals of Ether.
I don't know that one.
Neither did I, but it's going
But
to be
it's
on
there.
Yeah, you're going to know it next month.
The 360 game is
Portal.
Yeah, that's
Which
one of
is
my
a good
favorites
one.
of all
And
time.
then you got Earth Defense Force 2017, which, by the way, in 2017, that was only 2 years ago. Like, I didn't know they were still making games for the 360.
it's just like
Oh, I get it. It's okay. It's because it's in the future.
it's like
So it
Cyberpunk
probably
2077.
yeah.
Cyberpunk is not coming out in 2077.
Oh, so that's
It's
what
just
that
like-
is.
It's that futuristic 80s.
I was thinking they had a lot of time to
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
No, I get it. That's
the year
funny.
is 1999.
Well, it's because like when you see years in the past, it's like
the Chinese have taken over America.
So that was Jordan making a dumb. So that was
Dumb
whoops.
assessment
Yeah, that
there.
was dumb.
That's
assessment.
okay.
Anyway,
No,
those
Portal's really good. If you guys haven't played Portal yet in
Yeah,
your
it's a fun
lifetime,
Top-
it's a great puzzle.
a lot of
game.
people-
Portal
Top's
2
game,
for
top-
co-op.
Portal 2 for co-op.
A lot of people's top of all time on their list.
It's fantastic.
The orange box.
There you go.
Yeah.
E3 press conference.
Yeah,
Phil
so-
Spencer had some exciting news.
Yeah,
So
he
we're
ta-
going to be there, actually,
Yeah.
guys. A week from tomorrow. Well,
Yay!
a week and 2 days.
We have one more show, and then we're at E3.
And then we're at
Yeah.
E3. Super exciting
That'll be
times.
Yeah.
So, 14
No.
games being shown at E3 this
Boom.
year. Or, sorry, 14 games being shown at E3 are Xbox One first-party titles.
14 of them.
Dirty.
That's dirty. So hopefully it's a lot of AAA titles and not a lot of independent ones. But I think it will be. I think we've got enough. I think we've got enough stuff happening. I mean, enough.
Well, I'm sure. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay. I mean, I think there's enough studios there that we're gonna have something.
Well, no, I think we're going to see a lot from those new studios,
Hopefully,
right? So, which
yeah.
will be kind of cool. So, anyway, E3 shaping up to be pretty good. We're actually going to talk a little bit more about E3, like the Avengers game.
No.
So, Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics are making an Avengers game, which we saw teased a little while ago. They're going to have more at E3, which is pretty cool. So, stay tuned to their press conference.
What kind of game do you think is gonna be? An RPG?
No
a
one knows.
strategy?
Yeah, no one knows.
Just
They're gonna
an Avengers project.
They're gonna tell us.
Okay, let me ask you this, and McSpicy. Let me ask you this.
I'm here.
With 14, so Phil Spencer announced we're going to showcase 14 first-party title games. We know that Death Stranding just was released, the trailer, the gameplay trailer.
Yeah, they
this
did it
week.
the Fallout way. They
Yeah.
did a 24-hour stream. And
Then
at
they
the end of
laid
that-
down an 8-minute trailer.
Yeah.
And I
which-
will say that game by itself makes me want to buy a PlayStation.
I have
that,
one.
It's,
Really?
That game,
I still don't get it.
I like
Dude,
the
it
weirdness.
touches the weird in
It's,
all the right ways.
Like, it's like... Where
It's
did I see
Stranger,
it?
it's Stranger Things.
Have
It's
you
parallel
ever-
worlds.
A third-person pregnant man running around with a ladder.
Have you ever been touched?
That's what I got out of that trailer.
Have you
Dude,
ever
it
been,
looks awesome.
Have you ever been touched in a weird way and liked it?
Yeah.
That's what this game does. You know what I mean? It gives you that feeling. You don't know if you're safe, but you want to go ahead and
But
continue
you're
with
like,
it.
okay, you could touch me again.
Yeah. That's kind of how it made me
It really
feel.
is like a third-person pregnant man with ladders. And
with
like a cool,
with Daryl.
and a weird motorcycle.
Dude, I think it's cool with these ghosts that are hunting you, these monsters in the wall like Stranger Things,
looks-
and
This is what
looks
Hideo
interesting.
Kojima dreams about at night. Like this.
That guy has to be taking some crazy stuff to make this. Like, yeah.
have you ever been
He's a visionary.
have you ever been touched in a weird place and liked it? That's what this game is.
I didn't know how to answer that.
Well, you
Other
said
than
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. That's how that game. Yeah, that's how that this game.
It just looks. I don't know. I
It
can't-
looks weird in all the right ways.
Yeah, I can't figure it out. I look at it and I'm like, it looks good, but he's got a baby on his chest, like with an umbilical cord in like a whatever
That's how
birthing pod. I
That's
don't
how
know.
they do it nowadays.
And then the hand thing,
Yeah.
it's like beep 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 beep, beep. And then
They're finding the babies.
he pulls out like a 10-story ladder out of his backpack, and I'm like, oh. So
You know that
in the
game's-
future,
You know that game's got an inventory menu.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, I'll probably get it and play
But
it,
see, all that stuff is you're like,
Dude, I
you're
love
like,
it.
but it's weird.
You're like, I gotta figure out what's going on. That's how they get you.
Am
to
I
buy
the
it.
only one that thinks it's weird?
No, I think
it's weird, but I love it. Like I think
Yeah.
it's cool.
It started out with like a baby in a birth canal.
You know when you're
Those
funny.
babies can they can see both sides of the world. They can see the spirit side of the
And
world,
the upside down.
monsters, the upside down world, and
You know when your funny bone gets hit and you don't like it, but you kind of like
But
that
you like
sensation.
it?
You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I didn't
I don't
want to
think-
experience that, but then you kind of liked that sensation.
I don't think I've ever had the like you're telling me that you've had your funny bone hit and it's felt good?
No, it like hurts, but then you're like, oh, that was kind of a nice little tingle at the end. There, you know?
that was kind of refreshing.
You have some
Darth
weird
Maul
fetishes,
says
man.
Darth Maul says Kojima games are not meant to be understood; they're meant to be experienced. I think well said.
Some
Well
weird
said.
fetishes that I'm learning about you guys.
Anyway, so Death Stranding came out. I mean, PlayStation has killed this generation with first-party titles. How important is it with these 14 Xbox titles that we're going to see that they have one of these epic type of trailers this generation? How important do you think that is?
I think that's important.
No, but how? Like, is that their number one thing, or do you think they can get away with not showing one of those? I think they have to have one. I think
Who's this?
they have all the momentum. Microsoft at the E3,
Yeah.
14 games.
Yeah.
Do they?
Xbox titles? Yeah.
Xbox titles.
Xbox.
I
Studio
think we need a AAA God of War. I think we need a AAA Death Stranding. I think we need a AAA.
Oh, it definitely
Stranding.
helps.
Yeah,
I would.
Okay.
Dude, if Xbox
This
shows
is what
something
you
like
to
Death
make
Stranding,
it make more sense. I want you to buy chaps and with no pants and a Joker and then play that game. You have some weird fetishes, man. I'm just...
Yeah, see, I think I agree with Matt Strangler. Matt Strangler says they need exclusives if they're going to sell Game Pass to non-Xbox people, and I think they need,
sorry to try to interrupt.
No,
and they need big exclusives.
It's like Dead Rising 3. It doesn't need to make sense. It just needs to happen.
But see, they're going to have Halo. They're going to probably have
Yeah,
Gears.
but I think we need something beyond that. Like, obviously, Halo Infinite, the crowd for Halo's there. Like, we know it's coming, but I think you need a new
Adventure
big
game?
IP.
Like a scale-bound
a new
type
IP
of-
adventure game.
I don't know if you need an adventure game, but
That's what all these are.
yeah,
that
well, there you
you're
go. Then yeah, I think then that's exactly what you need: a story-driven, sweet looking game that gets hype. Like, that's a game I want to play. I will buy the Xbox for that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get those all the time when, like, I see Halo, and the trick is to just get everything. get a PlayStation, get an Xbox.
Well, it's
going
to be interesting. I think they've got to come out swinging. And I hope they do.
I think they will. They're really the only ones. Well, Nintendo's there, right?
Yeah.
But Nintendo does its own thing.
Yeah.
You got to respect that.
Continuing on. News.
Oh, yeah.
It's
So
a
Square,
really weird trailer.
Square Enix. So, Square Enix new Marvel game, Marvel Avengers game. So, like I said, there's not much to be known about it other than it's coming, and we'll get more info at E3.
Very nice.
So, be sure to watch the Square Enix press conference.
I hope it's
it'll probably
a
be
Total
the-
War type game
Total War with the Avengers.
with the Avengers.
You need thousands.
Wait, how would you do that?
The Wakandans.
Yeah.
And the
Bombay!
Because you have all the superheroes versus all the
Wakandans.
versus all of Thanos' people, minions.
Yeah, but there's only
And you got your heroes that have special abilities that
There's
give
only
you
like
advantages
50
and disadvantages.
superheroes.
Then you can have a Civil War
And then it was all the
story,
Wakandans.
too, and yeah, well, that's exactly how you do it then. That,
50
my friend, is
superheroes?
how you do it.
The superheroes will be your captains.
And the U.S. military is back there or something, military people. It'd be cool, man. Total War it, baby. Total War it. I'm there.
That would be really cool.
I don't think a Total War game would sell as much as another style of game. Although, I mean, if you could probably do a Total War game.
I honestly think
Adventure game.
they're going to do what Ultimate Alliance did just with the
Oh,
Avengers.
heck yeah.
Because Ultimate
I love
Alliance
that.
1 and 2
So good.
were really good. Because, was it 1 or 2, or was it both? They basically intertwined Civil War and Secret War.
Oh, really?
And it was really
I
good.
think that was 2.
Whichever one that one was, it was
I think that was 2.
freaking good.
Yeah, it was so good. And then I just loved how you could level up anybody you wanted, and you could choose the team that you wanted.
The combo moves, the co-op was fun.
Co-op, the combo. Like, you could have, Storm electrocute Captain America's shield or whatever and have it bounce off. Or, no, it was Cyclops' laser beam eyes and off of,
Iron Man shield.
yeah, the
Or
shield
Iron
and
Man
stuff.
shield.
Captain America's shield and
shield,
stuff. There were only certain flying characters that you could go over bridges and stuff. I was Jean Grey. Jean Grey was so powerful when you leveled her up because you just threw people off bridges.
Yeah, just
One shot everybody. It was so good. That game was so great. I want that game.
I want that game.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be an MMO.
No, I don't think.
I hope
MMO.
not.
I
I'll
don't
be
think-
honest.
I don't think they go MMO.
I
I think
don't like-
MMO is the hardest genre to create. To create well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much involved. You got to hook people for that long. Like, it's difficult.
I hear you. Anyway.
Anthem.
Yeah, Anthem has a new update that came out. It basically sets the foundation for the Cataclysm event. There's a whole list of patch notes. A lot of it is quality of life, which is good. There is 3 Emerald Abyss legendary missions that have been added, which is pretty cool. Also, a lot of it's quality of life, bug fixes, stuff like that. But one quality of life is you can now fast travel to the crawler.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called, but the crawler from Free Play.
Sure.
Which is pretty cool. So basically, a lot of good quality of life stuff.
Anthem, you think if they just keep coming out with legit and improving their game that they can bring an audience back, or are they going to need like a big event, a big giant
No,
raid
I think that. I mean,
everybody
I think
loves?
there's an audience still there. I think it's a fun game.
The gameplay is
Yeah.
fun. They just messed up,
Mhm.
and the players have left with Endgame.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're also
don't promise an end game when there really isn't one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're also like enemies, the Dominion Storm, the Frost Brutes, Scar Hunters, Scar Grenadiers have all been nerfed to make them easier, because I guess they're a little bit OP. Also, they've been updated to identify and kill easier, so you can actually like, oh, that's that guy, that's that, you know what I mean? Which actually in this game is very important, because you want to identify certain enemies so you know who to kill first, right? Yeah. Which is pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, Anthem update coming out.
You put this news story in here, that's what cracks me up. Ubisoft leaking a new roller derby game for
You're telling me you don't want that game? No, there's actually another news story that I want to talk about Ubisoft as well.
Oh, okay.
So, story of the week. This is Jordan's news story of the week. There was a leak that Ubisoft will announce a roller derby game. Can you imagine the multiplayer on that one?
It'd be blast. It would be a blast.
No, I think that'd be really fun. I'm looking forward to that. I hope it's awesome.
Only if they treat it like WWE, where you can create your own character with your own special moves. You know?
Your own blades,
your own roller skates.
That would be awesome. Also,
spicy with a fro and a stash.
Yeah, absolutely,
like a colored fro. You know what I mean?
Like a headband that
I
says
can see myself
the
doing that.
Spicinator.
I can get behind a roller derby game.
Okay, well, I hope you do.
Yeah.
What's the other story in here?
The other story is there was also a leak about something called the Ubisoft Pass, which people are speculating to be some type of
EA access.
Yeah, some type of game streaming service from Ubisoft. So we'll know more at E3.
It's the future, man. Everyone's going for it. Netflix did it. Hulu did it. Amazon Prime did it. Microsoft's done it. EA Access has done it. Everyone's going to go for it.
So there will obviously be more to share at Ubisoft's press conference. You'll have your dancing.
More than dancing.
Yeah, you'll have your dancing giraffes and elephants, and then we'll get to the real stuff.
Yeah, there's
right after that.
three unannounced games, too, that they are excited to share.
Dude, maybe what they'll do is they'll announce Just Dance like they always do, and they'll have the weird dancing elephants come out, and then they'll have roller skating people like roll around them.
Come in like
you know what's going to happen?
Clothesline them?
You're joking, but it's going to be just exactly how you're saying it.
No, yeah, that's usually what they do.
With an annoying MC that knows nothing about video games. Don't do that, guys.
Yeah.
Don't pay a lot of money. This is what's stupid. Gamers don't care.
That's why your games have bugs.
I don't care.
Reallocate those resources.
Yeah. Reallocate the resources.
I don't care that Jamie Foxx or Zac Efron are there to play your game or to announce it. I would rather see a gamer play the game and show me what it's really like, right? Like, I don't care who you have up on stage. It's like, I respect Pele, but don't bring him up on stage to talk about FIFA. He doesn't know anything about it.
Go for
Sorry,
I was just gonna say that was so boring.
Yeah, just give a gamer. I will take Joe off the street who plays the game to come MC and enjoy it more than some celebrity.
So
like the Ubisoft celebrity last year. I don't remember who she was, but not a fan.
Here's my theory. It's a long theory, so I don't know how I'm going to break this down.
Let me hear it.
But and I've seen a couple of videos. You know, those YouTube algorithm videos are now like really making you stay on YouTube forever.
The theory is you get their audience, so you get their hype?
No, this is my theory, and it all comes down to Robin Williams.
Okay.
Before Aladdin, and because I went and saw Aladdin.
You did see Aladdin, yes.
Okay. So I saw that this week and whatever. Before Aladdin, you really didn't have main people in animated cartoons, like voices.
Oh, yeah. It was usually theater people.
You had, at the most, like Billy Joel in that one cat show. You know, you had some voices, but not like the big name voices.
Sure.
And then Robin Williams came out, and he was just absolutely phenomenal. Actually, changed how all those movies are made now. There's a
did they like not even give him a script? Like he just did stuff.
He did really good. And actually, Disney pissed him off, and that's why he wasn't in the second one. The second movie.
I never saw the second one.
Well, because it went straight to, because he wasn't in it. Went straight to DVD. I believe Homer Simpson was the voice of the genie. Believe it or not.
What'd they do to make him mad?
Oh, well, he basically said, because he was doing Ferngully at the time.
Oh, yeah, Ferngully. Remember Ferngully?
He was in Ferngully.
Yeah,
okay.
I forgot about that movie.
So he was doing Ferngully at the time. They had already signed
the forest.
him. Oh, and Disney, this'll tell you how, like, ruthless Disney is. Okay, so
they bought Ferngully.
So no, but they did. They're Disney's ruthless. So Robin Williams is doing the voice for one of the characters in Ferngully.
Sure.
And he did that. He chose to do that because he liked, that Ferngully was about like saving trees or whatever. Sure. And at the time, he was like really into that or whatever.
Who wasn't?
Yeah.
Captain America. It was Captain Planet at the time.
Yeah.
So Robin Williams actually didn't get paid very much to do Aladdin, but he did it because he wanted it for his kids. He thought it was a good character for his kids or whatever. So he wasn't in it for the money, right? So he signed and said, "Yeah, sure, Disney, I'll do that. But I have another one I'm working on now," kind of a deal, right? But he also said, "If I do that movie, you cannot use. I don't want the genie to be used for marketing. I don't want my name and my character to be used to sell this movie." That was like a number. It was like 25% or less can use the genie in marketing material and my voice and all this stuff, right? Well, so he went into, and they wrote the whole script. The writers of Aladdin wrote the whole script around Robin Williams even before they even mentioned it to him. So it would have crashed and burned if they didn't get Robin Williams. So
wait, this is for number 3?
This is for the first one.
The first one. Okay,
Aladdin.
First one.
So
he's doing Ferngully, and Disney's trying to get him to not do Ferngully so they would do theirs. So they would to interrupt production and try to screw over Ferngully.
Would they hire people that were working on Ferngully?
The studios that they would have, they would reserve first and just not do anything with it. And they would go to other locations, and they would buy buildings to not let Ferngully be made.
That's awesome. That is hilarious.
They're like ruthless.
Yeah.
Just so Robin Williams would not do the film because it was to cancel the film, right? Anyways, and then they pissed him off because he said Robin Williams wasn't in it for the money. He's like, "No, I'm going to do Ferngully. Stop doing this," right? And so Disney's like, "Oh yeah, screw your 25% deal." And that's why the
Aladdin is everywhere.
Aladdin is everywhere.
He's in the center of the main poster.
He's the biggest person on the poster.
All right,
all that stuff. So they just did that, and it pissed him off, and so he didn't. Yeah. You know, there's this whole thing with that. But before him, the movies were about the trailers. If you look at the trailers before Aladdin, it was about the character, the story, whatever. After Robin Williams in Aladdin, the animations became about what voices you have, not the talent of the animators, not the artists, not anything to do with the story. All the trailers are now, we have such and such, such and such, such and such, like Shrek movies. We have, Eddie Murphy. We have such, all these. That's how they do the trailers, is the voice people. So I think, this is my theory. I know it's really long, okay? That crowd that is used to that kind of marketing has bled into gaming trailers and gaming hype, and so they're trying to bring on celebrities. They're used to that.
Games, yeah.
To sell games. Not the games to sell games, which is what we want.
Yeah. The gameplay sells the game for me. Yeah. Like that Call of Duty trailer did more for selling that game to me than getting Kevin Spacey in it, right? Like Kevin Spacey doesn't matter to me.
I think because we're now, gaming is so mainstream that you're getting producers, you're getting high budget stuff from Hollywood that they're used to that. Oh, let's get Pele. Oh, let's get
that was awful.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
That's my theory. Anyway,
I think you're probably right.
There's a really long theory.
So they wrote the script for Robin Williams?
They wrote it without.
Because I thought he did a lot of ad lib stuff in that movie.
No, yes, but they wanted
they wrote it around him.
So how Robin Williams, said yes was the animator. One of the animators drew Robin Williams stand-up. So Robin Williams was a stand-up guy, and he just drew the genie doing his stand-up, and it made Robin Williams laugh so hard that he said, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Oh, that's
so
funny. It's the animator that got him.
The personality of the genie was written for Robin Williams.
And then the man came in and just
Ferngully got screwed. And it pissed Robin Williams off. Like, he wasn't doing it for money. It was pretty interesting.
That's funny.
That brings us to the last segment of our show. So this is the mailbag. This is the portion of the show where we take questions from the mailbag. In order to submit a question each week, you just need to subscribe to us on Patreon. $3 or more gets you access to the mailbag. Support the show and the community by joining our weekly mailbag over at patreon.com/positivegaming or xonebros.com and hit the support tab at the top of the page. First question comes from Barm. He says, "Hey, bros. As always, love the show. Thank you very much, Barm. Keep up the great work. My question today pertains to the importance of exclusives in regards to the upcoming gen consoles." Oh, we kind of had this discussion already.
Yes.
Sort of. You did.
Sort of.
He listened.
I did. You guys derailed us. I tried to. So Barm can bring us back on track. Do you see the need for it, and do you think there will be next-gen exclusives at the launch of Xbox One, the next Xbox, and the PlayStation 5? Or do you think they'll handle it much like the X and Pro, where games will release on both generations and scale to your hardware? Do you see this as a possibility, and what are your thoughts if that were to be true? It's going to scale to your hardware. Like that, we know that that's the case. They've talked about it. PlayStation's talked about it. Xbox has talked about it. There are no more generations. It's more like phone updates now, right? But I do think they're going to launch with an exclusive. We already know we're going to see for sure probably is that a thing?
Yeah, maybe.
We're going to see Halo Infinite.
For sure, probably.
I
like it.
We're going to see Halo Infinite. I think that's almost guaranteed at this point. That's going to be a big launch title for them. I think we're going to see other big games. I think we.
But
have
the thing
to.
is
I
they've
think that's
talked
where
about
Xbox messed up this round.
They've talked about like they're not going to leave the Xbox One behind. That's been like their whole. So Halo Infinite will still run.
Yeah, it's going to scale, and I think that's super exciting.
I do too.
To whatever hardware you're on, absolutely.
I think it's and they've kind of already said it's going to be in versions. They'll have just like they have now. You'll have your S, your entry level. They'll have your X for your hardcores, and then just so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
And your flagship.
Yeah.
Your big boy.
Your big boy, the best place to play, especially with streaming. We know streaming is coming on all systems. With streaming, that opens you up to more devices. So they're not limiting you to hardware, but this hardware, I think that's going to be their selling point. This Xbox One Z, whatever it is, this is the best place to play this game.
You think it'll be called the Z?
I don't know what it'll be called. No,
I think it'll be called. That's a good name.
I think it'll be a reboot, and they'll just call
XBZ?
it Xbox. The Xbox. Ooh, I like that.
The Xbox.
World premiere.
Oh,
I got to get those. I got it.
World premiere.
Oh, there it is.
Exclusive.
Barm, great question. Thank you very much for writing in. Next question comes from the man, R. Chopra. What's up, R. Chopra? He says, hi, guys. Just wanted to ask, what is your game of the generation so far? So the game
Xbox
of this generation.
One?
Can I go first?
Ooh,
Can I go first?
That's hard.
Red Dead Redemption 2 for me. Game of this generation, hands down, no questions for me.
That or Witcher 3. I'm torn
3 for
between
you?
the two.
Yeah, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 just did stuff to me. It's like a lot like you when someone touches you weirdly.
Yeah, and
this
you
one
liked
touched
it?
me in places that I really enjoy.
And you're like, well, do it again.
It's like, oh, Red Dead. Yes.
I have no idea. This is a very difficult question.
Game of the generation, for me, has to go with Red Dead Redemption. I'm a little bit biased because Red Dead Redemption, the first one, was my favorite one.
Which game touched me inappropriately?
And you just kind of wanted it to happen again. It's not that it touched you inappropriately. It's like it touched you, and you're like, wait a minute.
It's that it touched you and you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and you're like, whoa.
I can get into this.
Yeah. You're like, I didn't know I liked that kind of thing.
Witcher 3 was excellent. I don't know. This is way too difficult.
Witcher 3 is actually still on your PlayStation, if I'm correct, right?
Are you talking about God of War? Or?
No, Witcher 3. I put it on your PlayStation.
Oh, you did? Then it's still on there.
Yeah, the screensaver.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
That's my favorite story of this generation.
What's your most played game of this generation, Spicy?
I don't think that's a fair question because
it's probably Minecraft.
Stardew Valley?
No,
Stardew Valley,
I think it's poker.
Is it poker?
Yeah. I think it's prominence poker.
We can just look at time played and see.
Can
what the
I?
highest
Here,
one
let me
is.
pull it. I'll pull it up. Here, hold my notes.
Oh,
sorry. So did you give us a game of generation?
I have no idea. That's way too hard. I have like a top 10. You can't. And you got to prep me. I guess you kind of gave me the notes beforehand. I just didn't read them.
Witcher 3, Red Dead Redemption. I think those are two solid picks.
Yeah, I don't think it's Red Dead Redemption 2,
Really?
though.
Really?
Yeah, I put Witcher 3 above that.
You put Witcher 3 above Red Dead Redemption 2?
I think they
so.
both
Really? How come?
I think so.
wiggle waggle. They both.
Did you see what I did to that sorceress?
Twice. He reloaded the save
I mean,
Don't you
let's
remember?
be real.
Excuse me.
on a unicorn.
I'll be
Excuse me.
honest. The character models of Red Dead were not the character models of Witcher.
The 15-cent special bats at the hotel, okay? Enough said.
Yeah, 50 cents, man.
Yeah.
That's a steal.
That's a deal. You were getting that deal
Did
in
you
Witcher.
ever meet the red sorceress that took you into her bath?
Oh, Triss,
No. The first before you went on a date with her, and you had like
the one that takes you to the island.
Okay. In Red Dead Redemption, I just have to worry about
Oh, the with the bunny.
yeah,
that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that part.
I
See,
think
that's not a saloon in Red Dead.
I think Witcher is fantastic. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 did a better job with the world. That world blows my mind. I think that is the best open world game to date.
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead
2.
Redemption 2.
Yeah, it's really good because it's very alive.
Where do I go to see? Is it activity feed? Where do
It's somewhere.
achievements? I have no idea.
I don't know how to see over them.
They say
all.
time played in one. Maybe you have to go into each individual game. Who knows?
I think when you're in achievements, it just shows your last games that your latest games. you've
I'll
played.
find this. I really want to know this. Sorry, I wasn't prepared.
Great
for this
question,
show.
R. Chopper. Why McSpice is looking at that. We'll move on to the next question. Great question. Thank you very much for writing in. Psychotic writes in and says, "Hey guys, I'm going to keep this simple. E3 is right around the corner, and hype is amazing. That said, what are some things you don't want to see or hear about at E3? Thanks for great content and the community."
Just Dance.
You don't want to see Just
2020.
Dance. I think actually they're getting, because if you look at it, like look at what E3 or EA Play is doing. EA Play already has scheduled out their shows. It's a stream all day, all morning on Saturday. So we'll actually be on a plane for some of these announcements, and they're going through Anthem. Here's half an hour of Anthem. Here's half an hour of FIFA. So I think we're going to see gameplay and developers talk about their game. I think
That's not a bad way to do it.
I think we're getting away.
That or Pele.
Yeah, I think we're getting away from the fake celebrity hype.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, but you don't want to see Just Dance.
Nope,
Not
I
at
don't
all.
want to see that one. Don't really care for it.
Yeah, I don't want to see mobile games, I'll be honest. I don't care anything about that at all. Zero. I don't have games on my phone. I just don't care to play those. I think the controls are terrible. They're cheap games.
How about Gears Pop? You want to see that at
no,
all?
I don't
Anything
care.
on that?
I have no desire to play that.
Yeah, that's probably
Neither
the
did
same-
half
same
the
with me.
audience.
Yeah, I have no...
Not
Like,
when
seriously,
chances are we might get a new
it's a
Gears
joke.
reveal.
Mobile games to me are a
I mean, a
complete
new
joke. That's just how I feel. I apologize if I
Trailer.
hurt everyone's feelings. I just don't like mobile games.
Hey, who are you comparing to?
You.
Because I beat you on that one.
Wait, what did you beat him on?
Titanfall 2, I have like 97% and you have like 1.
Oh, look at Far Cry Primal. I'm 89%. You're
Wenja.
15. Yeah, Wenja.
That game was fun. Dude,
Oh, wait, what's
Far
that
Cry
game? What's that
Primal.
game? Destiny. Oh, that was close, but you beat
I
me.
win though. This is fun.
Whoa, who do we... Oh, yeah. Okay, that doesn't count. Cupbot.
What
Or
was it?
Qbot.
Oh,
We both
Qbot.
have 100%.
This
Yeah.
is funny. This is fun going through all these games. Oh man, Metal Gear Solid 5. I forgot about that game.
Last question. Let's head over. We have a lot more questions, but let's get our last one in.
All right,
here.
yeah.
It's late. Bill I Am.
Bill I Am.
He writes in, and he says, "Hey guys, with the announcement of Call of Duty Modern Warfare coming out in October, it was reported that it will have no season pass, crossplay, and no exclusive. But today it was announced that PlayStation will get the first DLC when it is available. Question is, do you think Activision is hypocritical and wrong to lie that there will be no exclusives to one console, or is this Sony's last minute trying to pull out from cross-playing with Xbox?"
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily an exclusive. It's just a timed exclusive,
Timed exclusive,
right?
yeah. So there's semantics
Sony,
there.
yeah, Sony will get it a month early, then we'll get it. I mean, that's just your publishers.
But
going
that will
after some
prevent you from
deals,
playing
right?
cross-play on those maps or whatever
Yeah,
comes out
yeah,
at
yeah.
that time.
because no one else will have those.
No one else will have it, yeah.
So we'll split the community for that month, right? Or whatever the time frame is. I believe it's usually like a month or so.
I agree with the sentiment, though, by Bill I Am. I don't think...
Oh, according to Ronan, it's only a 7-day exclusive.
Oh, it's only 7 days. Because well, then what's the point? How much money did that 7 days cost Sony to get? Like, I guess they have advertising, right? So every time that game is advertised,
It's advertised
it shows
with
a
the
PlayStation.
PlayStation
So that's
logo.
what you're ultimately playing for. So they can say they have it. Exactly. So 7 day exclusive is not bad at all. But those 7 days you won't be there. I do think there is something to that. It doesn't feel yet. And granted, this is just speculation off of news stories, off of stuff like that, and how they've talked about it in the past. I don't think Sony's all in like Microsoft is yet on the cross-platform play. So I think they're kind of grudgingly being pulled.
They're dipping their toe in.
by Fortnite, who basically forced them.
That was pretty funny. That was power.
Yeah, Fortnite. Oof. I would love to have that kind of power at some point.
I do have that kind of
Hey,
power.
I have a top 5. Is that good enough for the question?
Yeah, let's do a top 5. So we're going to Billiam. Great question though. Anything you want to add to that, Jordan? That you said on the exclusive? Do you think?
No,
they're being
well, now knowing
hypocritical?
it's only 7 days, I mean,
That's nothing.
it's just the marketing deal,
Yeah,
right? You
not
know,
worried
yeah.
about that at all. Great question though, Bill. I am back to games of the generation. Let's get Spicy's top 5.
Stardew Valley,
Okay.
Overwatch, Witcher 3,
Witcher 3,
Red Dead 2,
Red Dead 2,
GTA 5.
GTA 5.
Yeah,
GTA 5.
GTA 5.
GTA 5 I count as last generation, but what a game! What a game!
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I guess that could be. But
It's
not
a new
fair.
generation port.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
really do put Witcher 3 over Red Dead Redemption 2, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You should play it again.
No.
Geralt of Rivia.
Just start up and play the first
gambling,
20 minutes.
I'm gambling again. I'm gambling in Red Dead Redemption.
Play
I
it.
won $20, baby, and $20 in Red Dead Redemption. Woo! It's a lot of money because
That
you only put down 15 cents at a time. When you're the big blind is 10 cents.
Wait, you can't? Is it limit then? It's not no limit. I haven't played it yet.
No, you can put in. I mean, you can up it as much as you want.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just get to
You're
that.
just-
So what happened is
you're just a
what happened
what?
is I had a straight. With my high card as like
An ace.
no, it wasn't an ace. It was like a 9.
4.
It was like a 9, and then someone else had.
You had
a
an ace 9?
Yeah, and there was everybody. I was like, okay, let's see if this guy really has it. And I went.
No,
all,
he had a straight.
and I went all in. And then the other person went all in. I thought, oh no,
You had a straight
Had a
with an
straight.
ace 9?
No. I just said ace, and
No.
then he said
I had
nine.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not playing the rules
No.
I play.
I had a straight with a 9. 9 was my high card, right?
Oh.
So I thought,
Oh, nice job.
Yeah. So I thought, oh no, he went all in too. He's got royalty, right? He's got to have something similar. And he had a straight high card 7.
Ooh.
I won it all, baby. Won it all.
Bet you he was pissed.
Wait, what? Okay.
I won. That's
Okay.
just moral of the story. I
Okay,
won
good.
$20.
Okay. Because the straight is 5 cards, right? So I'm just doing the math. Your
Yes.
story's full of holes.
7 and 8. That makes sense.
Oh, so you had a 7-9?
No. He had a straight going up to 9. 9 was the high card. His opponent had the straight
Going up to 7. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
It's okay. You
I have
were
anxiety over here.
Am I ruining
I have
your...
anxiety now. No, it was super fun
I'm
though.
so-
then
David,
let me
I'm
tell you,
sorry, I'm
I walked
sorry.
away after winning that $20. I walked away. I'm out, and I went
That's
outside.
smart.
I went outside and robbed his saddlebags off his horse. It's great, man. That only in that game. Now tell me, can you do that in Witcher? I don't think so.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, so much fun. So
robbed
much
his
fun.
saddle-
Rob a saddlebag.
Hey, good game, guys. And there
Yeah,
you go.
GG.
That game is amazing, dude. Let me tell you, Red Dead Online is really. There's a lot to do now. There's a hunting PvP where everybody starts and you hunt and you got to get the biggest kill. It's so cool.
Oh, wow. That's
It's like
cool.
the Hunt Showdown.
The hunt. Yeah.
Do you still have to go through like 5 games before you get that one?
No.
You can actually choose that mode and play that mode?
Oh, I don't know. I've not played it yet, but because I was so addicted to poker. But that just dropped this week.
I still in that guy's
I gotta play
saddlebags.
poker.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
I'm
that sounds
still in
fun.
Saddlebags. Anyways, McSpicy, anything you playing this week? Anything new? Dauntless you're going to be in.
Oh, we're
which we
ending
do
the
have a
show?
clan in Dauntless. It's limited at 100, but we do have a Dauntless channel. Just head in there. Jordan and Spicy are both officers, as well as Beast, and I think R56 Cooper.
Oh, there's no contract, so you can join.
There's no
willingly.
contracts.
Yeah. There's
we don't have to worry
no
about
tryouts on this one.
But we do have a clan. I don't know what the benefits are of clan yet. I don't think there is yet.
It's just so you can see who's online and
Yeah.
play with them.
There might be benefit though later. I don't know. Maybe you get additional clan bonus if you're
Friends with benefits?
friends with benefits bonus,
Oh yeah.
something like that. But there's a clan. Head over to Dauntless inside Discord and let us know if you want in, and we'll get you in.
Cool.
You're just on Dauntless still this week. Anything else?
I want to play poker now. You got me.
Dude, let's
I
do
did
it.
not
And steal
mean to
some
make you feel
saddlebags.
bad.
Let's do it.
That made me feel bad that
Oh,
I
I-
made you feel bad.
You
I just
don't
like
make
to-
me feel bad. Just give me anxiety.
Because
I was
I
like,
was I
well, I was like,
grilling
did I
you?
say something wrong? No, I'm not saying anything.
No,
wrong.
I just didn't understand what you were saying. So yes, you said something.
That's like it happens.
Yeah, Dauntless I'll be playing for sure.
Oh, so good.
But I will. I installed Red Dead back on my Xbox.
Specifically for
for
poker.
poker. Yeah, I want to check it out.
Jordan.
I'll probably play Dauntless, and I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, just trying to go through the Assassin's Creed,
There
having a
you
lot
go,
of fun.
baby.
So actually, can I tell you
300.
something? I think you both will be really proud of me.
I'm already proud of you, but go ahead.
I got an achievement in
Oh.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey
Oh.
for getting frisky with an old lady.
Oh,
Dude, it was one of the funniest quests I've ever done. So she's this old lady.
Wait, what's
A
the
gilf?
quest?
No,
Wait, what's a
yeah.
gilf? Is that the name of the achievement?
Yeah, the guilt
God.
achievement.
No, it was awesome. So I'm trying to level up, right? Because I was kind of just going through the story, but it's kind of designed where you have to do side quests to level your character up. So I go and meet this old lady, and she's like just starts telling me her love life,
Sure.
and I'm like, whoa. And even the character was like, well, you're old. Whoa, you're kind of going crazy. Anyway. So she's telling you how much lover she has, and her husband and her are soulmates, but her husband's lost it. He's lost his mojo. So I got to get her a tonic, and I don't know if I can say what's in that tonic, but it's pretty intense stuff. So I had to go get it and bring it back, and her husband was standing there. And
She's married?
Yeah, she's married, and she's got. Dude, it's Greece, man.
All right,
they
all
live
right.
the life. So,
Okay.
I come back to give her this tonic so her husband can get his mojo back, right? And so she goes, "Oh, thanks." And she turns to her husband. He's like, "Look, this will help you." And like the look on his face, he was like, "Oh my gosh." And he told me, he said Alexios, which is me.
Yeah.
He was like, "Dude, this woman, like I can't do this anymore." And he's asking for my help. No, this is all true. It's all true. He's asking for my help, and I said, like, it's because whoever animated this guy did a fantastic job, because I could see the fear in his face. He just couldn't make love to his wife anymore. He just couldn't do it. So I stepped up and I said, "Hey, yeah, I'll help you out." So I go help him out, and he's like, "Thanks, man. Just take my wife," right?
So it was more than a fetch quest.
No, yeah. So anyway, what's hilarious is you go into this building. And like the day-night cycle.
Are you going to give me the
No. It doesn't show anything. It doesn't show anything. But it does this like twilight day-night cycle. Like you're in there for a while. And what's hilarious is the old guy's like playing his guitar and then he's sweeping and he's just going through his life. And anyway, you come out and you say one of the coolest things ever. You go, "Hey, she's going to be good for a couple days," and then you just leave. And then the achievement dings. It was seriously one of the greatest quests. It was pretty cool.
Ding.
Yeah, and then it dings, and I was like, "Oh wow, I just got an achievement for hanging out with this old lady."
That is
you know what I mean?
hilarious. That is too funny.
So I'm gonna play a little bit more of that.
I mean, why not? When that's your quest, why not?
They got good quest designers in this one.
So Loyal Doyle has been trying to talk me into quest achievement hunting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm like this close to doing. Remember we had our competition, and that's where we played those like weak games.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
You played Barbie to just
And
get the
we'd always
achievement.
appear offline, so
Yeah,
like,
so no one knew what we were getting at.
and all of a sudden you got like 1,000 in
and
Limbo
then like
and Cuba.
Spicy was ahead, and we come to the show, and then I secretly
You see,
snuck
yeah, 'cause
one in
everybody's appearing offline.
right before the show.
Yeah.
So I've been tempted to. I just don't know. That's such a rabbit hole to go down. I just don't know. But it's so tempting because it is satisfying. Like that Gilf achievement. That's a satisfying.
No,
feeling.
I'm gonna figure out how to frame that achievement. Like I got that for just helping a dude out and
helping a dude
taking
out.
his 80-year-old wife in the room,
helping his wife
swing her out.
Yeah, just helping him out. And just,
him and his wife. You did them both favors.
it was the whole like interaction. Like whoever thought of that quest at the office over there, like that guy's cool.
That is hilarious.
Let's have a Gilf quest.
Hey, what if we put in a Gilf quest? Okay.
Well, guys, that does us for today. Thank you very much for joining us. We love you guys. E3 is next week. We're super excited. If you're headed to E3,
Well, next week and change.
oh, next week it changed. So we'll be here.
So it's
we have
actually
another show.
E3 itself is actually in 2 weeks.
Yeah. We'll be here. We'll be here another show, and then we're headed off to the Microsoft conference. We're super excited for that. But if you've not yet, head over to Facebook. There's an E3 meetup event. We haven't decided yet on the place, but it is at, I believe, 7:30 Pacific time that we're headed there.
Cool.
And it will be at the LA Live where we're at. So there's a bunch of restaurants there. There's a movie. Maybe we'll go see John Wick 3 together. We could do something like that. We could go bowling. There's a bowling alley there. Or we just go eat at a restaurant. But it'll be at the LA Live. So basically, just plan on being where the Microsoft theater is, where the Staples Center is, around there. So if I know a lot of people, some people just got tickets to the Microsoft studio. They sent out, or not the Microsoft conference, they sent out new tickets, and FanFest.
Oh, yeah.
They sent out some FanFest tickets, so some more people in the community got that. But head over, RSVP, so we know who's coming, and we know who to contact, over on Facebook, facebook.com/X1Bros. And guys, have a great week gaming. This was a blast. Thank you very much for joining us.
You want me to hit that outro button now?
Yeah, hit that outro.
Oh, yeah. I'll hit that
Oh, and there it
outro
is.
button.
Oh, and also, don't forget, you can go over to iTunes and rate, review, and subscribe to us. That helps us.
That helps us tremendously.
We actually are going to hit the ground running with this next console. There's going to be a lot of hype, a lot of excitement around it, and the community, we're going to see it grow. It already is growing by leaps and bounds, and by love. Our love has grown.
And those watching us live, just hang out. We'll hang out after the show, too. So
Yeah, stay.
Stay.
Because it's a post
We have
party.
credits. Yes, we have credits, but
Jordan
stay.
might get naked.